In a quiet riverside town, nestled between rolling green hills and endless fields of paddy, lived a young man named Arif. He was not wealthy, nor was he born into a family of power or status. His father had passed away when he was still in school, leaving his mother and younger sister under his care. To survive, Arif started working in a small workshop where he repaired broken machines, engines, and farming tools. His hands were always covered in grease, his clothes stained with the marks of labor, but his heart carried a dream far greater than anyone could see. Arif wanted to build something of his own one day, something that would lift him out of poverty and give his family the respect they deserved. But to the world around him, he was just another poor mechanic. One man in particular, Rafiq, made sure to remind him of that fact. Rafiq was the only son of a wealthy businessman in town. He was tall, arrogant, and dressed in the finest clothes money could buy. Wherever he went, people greeted him with forced smiles because they either feared his father's influence or desired his wealth. Rafiq thrived on this attention. He believed money was power, and those without it were nothing but dust beneath his shoes. One fateful afternoon, Arif's life changed. The market was bustling with people when Rafiq, surrounded by his friends, spotted Arif buying spare parts for a broken engine. He smirked and shouted loud enough for the entire crowd to hear. "Look at him! The poor little mechanic, dreaming of riches while covered in dirt. You will never be more than this, Arif. Some people are born to shine, others are born to serve." Laughter erupted from the crowd. Arif froze, his face burning with humiliation. He wanted to reply, to scream, to tell Rafiq that dignity was not measured in gold. But instead, he lowered his head and walked away silently. To everyone else it seemed like defeat. But in Arif's heart, a fire had been lit. That night he could not sleep. He replayed the scene in his mind again and again, the mocking faces, the laughter, the sting of helplessness. He realized something important. Revenge would not come from fists or angry words. If he truly wanted to strike back, he needed to rise so high that Rafiq would have to look up just to see him. And so began Arif's journey of silent revenge. He doubled his work at the workshop, saving every coin he could. He spent sleepless nights reading borrowed books about mechanics, business, and engineering. While others rested, Arif planned. His friends thought he had gone mad working endlessly, but he kept his dream hidden inside. Slowly his savings grew. Years passed. With determination and relentless effort, Arif finally managed to open a small factory of his own. It wasn't grand, just a modest place producing affordable but durable agricultural tools. Farmers, who had long struggled to buy expensive machines from big companies, quickly turned to Arif's products. His reputation spread like wildfire. Orders poured in, and soon his factory expanded. He hired workers, bought better equipment, and established himself as a respected entrepreneur. Meanwhile, Rafiq's world was beginning to crumble. His father's business, once the pride of the town, faced heavy losses due to poor management and corruption. While Arif's name rose in the newspapers as a symbol of success and hard work, Rafiq's family's name was whispered in pity. The tables had turned. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the town in shades of gold, Rafiq entered Arif's office. The man who once mocked him now wore a nervous smile. His eyes lacked the arrogance they once carried. "Arif," he said softly, "you've built something incredible. I was wondering if you'd allow me to invest in your company. We could work together. My experience, your ideas, it could be powerful." For a moment, Arif just stared at him. Inside, memories surged like a storm. The laughter in the marketplace, the humiliation, the sleepless nights of struggle. He could almost hear the echoes of Rafiq's cruel words. "You will never be more than this." Arif leaned back in his chair, his voice calm but edged with steel. "I appreciate your offer, Rafiq, but I only work with people who respect others. You never respected me, so tell me, why should I trust you now?" The words sliced deeper than any blade. Rafiq's face turned pale. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. The silence in the room was heavier than any insult. Finally, with lowered eyes, Rafiq walked away. News spread quickly across town. The once proud son of wealth had been rejected by the very man he once ridiculed. Rafiq became a shadow of himself, his pride shattered, while Arif soared higher with each passing day. Arif never raised his voice, never fought with fists, and never sought cheap revenge. His greatest weapon had been his patience, his silence, and his success. That was the sweetest revenge of all. Because sometimes the sharpest sword is not anger, but dignity.